And next up, just to add to the drama, just to add to the chaos of this AFC Asian Cup so far, we had a shootout with South Korea tying Jordan 2-2. Earlier, you asked me about whether if I thought Iraq could take it to Japan, right? Yeah. Well, I'd like to flip that on you and ask you this question. Did you expect Jordan to be able to get a result like this against South Korea?
Similar to your answer, I expected Jordan to take it to South Korea. I didn't think they'd get a result, to be honest. And I especially didn't think they would have a lead for a majority of this match, bro. Favorite game of the tournament so far for me already. I just want to spoiler alert.
Wow.
My God, this game was so entertaining. This first half, probably the best half of Asian football I've probably ever seen. It was end to end. There was so many different points of contention with Altamari flying down the wing on one end, Lee Kang-in on the other trying to dictate with his cuts and his passes. And then Heung-min Son actually started off pretty hot, honestly. And he had a slow start in that first game, but he looked on it today. And this game just had so much drama. I started this game with my head down, though.
Dang.
My head down because Captain Ason with a rash challenge in the box.
Clear as day.
Clear as day, man.
Day.
I'm like,
Clear
2 minutes in?
Yep.
That's how we're starting? Because I went into it with so much hope, and I was like, it's over. It's done. I lost all hope within 2 minutes of the match, and Heung-min Son steps up after a little hop, a little skip. He puts it up 1-0 off the penalty spot.
Panenka, bro.
Yeah,
funny looking Panenka, but still Panenka by text, but beautiful finish. They go up 1-0.
They go up 1-0. And for the next 15 minutes, I thought Korea were going to get a second one because Jordan couldn't settle down. And Korea looked hungry. Mm-hmm. They could taste the blood and they wanted more. They were applying pressure to Jordan. They were kind of handling it, but I was like, this is just not looking good. I thought they were going to be able to do it, but I was wrong. And this is why I love football, man. It's why I watch any game, no matter where it is on the globe, because around the 20th minute, we saw the tide shift into Jordan's favor. Altamari, all of a sudden, starts just dominating that right-hand flank. Almardi on the other side, getting into the box. And where Jordan really started to succeed is that they met Korea further up the pitch. So they started winning the ball back really high up, and when they got it back, they immediately went forward. Korea actually got a little shell-shocked here because they could not handle that midfield pressure. All of a sudden, Jordan were winning the 50-50s in that midfield, and the game completely got flipped on its head. Jordan started to dominate. For the next 15, 12 minutes, Jordan just started to build an insane amount of momentum. And I remember getting up on my couch. I was like,
you could feel it.
I could feel it.
Literally feel it
a goal has to come. Otherwise, it's going to be the biggest waste of the tournament if they don't use this momentum.
No, there's blue balls right here, bro. I'm getting teased, man. Give me the fucking goal.
Give me the goal. Corner kick comes up, and the big man from the back of Jordan, Al-Arab, babies Yong-woo in the box, forcing him to put the ball in the back of his own net. It's 1-1.
It's 1-1, bro. A title bout here, bro, is what it felt like, man. This felt like a World Cup match, dude, with the drama, with the stage, the fans in attendance. I'm with you, dude. It was such a mesmerizing display of football in that first half, but it wasn't done yet.
No, it wasn't done yet. As soon as that goal went in, Jordan just maintained that pressure. Dude, they didn't stop. And I just got even further on the edge of my seat. Yeah. And then we saw one of the craziest goals, I think, so far of the tournament. A wild half volley from Yazan, who puts it right in the bottom corner, just right there, just right past the goalkeeper's fingers. It's 2-1. Pure ecstasy for Jordan. They flipped the game 2-1 going into half.
And I know that maybe from I know how just seeing the goal can look a little, maybe you can't see the complications of a goal like that to just the average eye maybe, but that is such incredible technique on that strike, bro. Yeah. I understand that leading up to it, his mentality was, fuck it. I'm just going to swing at it. Let's see what happens. Because when a ball's bouncing that high and it's got that trajectory, it's so hard to hit. But the way he caught it, too, was so unique, bro. It hit the ground at the same time and had a weird bounce that was directed straight to that bottom left corner where the keeper could not get to it. Mm-hmm. Insane placement, insane finish, 2-1 lead, and we have a fucking game, bro. And I start getting flashbacks of fucking 2014 World Cup, seeing Klinsmann all of a sudden look a little lost out there, bro.
I know,
fucking flashback.
I thought the same thing, bro. Seeing Klinsmann being like, shit, we're down. And I don't know if I know what to do here. Yeah. But it was crazy. The celebrations, though, of Jordan when they went up 2-1 was just beautiful to see because, in that first match, Altamari Almardi getting 2 doubles, right?
Yeah.
Each one. And you could see both of them just so proud and happy for their teammates because they didn't get the goals. They can rely on on the rest of their teammates to actually show up for them. And that's what's going to be huge for Jordan going forward is everyone has to be locked in like they were in this game against South Korea because up until they conceded that final goal at the death and stoppage time, it was a perfect game from Jordan. They made 2 mistakes. One at the beginning with Ehsan doing a penalty, and the second one, unfortunately, with Al Arab just sticking out a weary leg and forcing the ball in the back of his own net. Just unfortunate. It is what it is. Korea had been building prior to that. There was like a good 20 minutes before the 90th minute where it was all South Korea, and they were really applying pressure to Jordan. But, dude, I mean, there were so many big defensive moments. Nasib, Al Arab's partner at the back was immense today. Dude, he was everywhere. And I felt a little sorry that they conceded that second goal because, dude, he had a 10 out of 10 performance.
Yeah, and that moment when the 90th minute arrived and they saw 11 minutes on the board, bro. Yeah. Good Lord, man. That must have frustrated them so much, and the goal came right after. I was looking at the instant replay for the goal. It did look like the ball was going to a spot where the keeper wasn't going to be able to get to it, and so the defender had to stick his leg in there.
I think
it's just unlucky that it just bounced in. And you can see it in his reaction. He was just like, fuck.
Yeah. I know. I'm not blaming the action for going for it. I'm not blaming anything. Yeah. I just think it's a little unlucky and he was a little tired. It just sucks. Yeah. That's just it. It just sucks. Yeah, and for Korea, just as a whole, I don't think they had a bad game. I mean, ultimately, they got the draw at the death. So they got a result at the end of this match. Good for them, 2-2. I don't think they had a bad game. Hwang In-bom, I thought, was just as impactful as he was in that first game. I thought Lee Kang-in was very influential. Maybe not as, but I mean, he can't do that every single game. Hyungmin Son, I already said, was a little bit better. Lee Jae-sung, I thought, was just as good, too, out on the left side. I just think they played a really good team today. I think that's what happened, and they had to really work to try and defend their box, but then also get some goals themselves. And I think that's why we got the spectacle that we received 2-2, because it was just two teams playing exceptional football.
Yeah, and it makes things really interesting now because had Jordan won this game, then the matchup would have been against Japan in the round of 16. And so the fact that they tied in a way almost kind of helps. I think Jordan should be looking for second place here, bro. Well, shit, they'll face Iraq.
Either way, I think
Either way, damn, dude, I'm just now realizing that. Either way, it's going to be a tough...
Unless a third place... unless a third place combination mixes it up. Because there's like a potential, I think, somewhere, depending on what third placers go through, it might switch it a little bit. But either way, you're paired with that group, so there's a chance you play either Iraq or Japan. I think no matter what, you're kind of screwed, and you just got to play your best football to beat either of them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's true. It's true. But, man, the matchups we're going to see in the future, I think, are going to be fucking insane, dude. I cannot be more excited.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I was saying in the previews. Once we get to the knockout stage, this is going to be some of the finest football Asia has ever seen. I'm serious, man. Like, it's going to be must-watch football, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Anything else on this game?
One last thing about Jordan, specifically, obviously, the right winger. I think Altamari is a privilege to watch. He's been a privilege to watch this tournament. And I think in this 2023 AFC Asian Cup, he has introduced himself as individually probably top 2 prospect in this tournament specifically. I think other than Lee Kang-in, no other player has been individually as influential and as good on the ball other than Altamari. I think he's been fantastic, man. He's so fast out on that wing, so deadly, and he can do several different things. He can play off the ball, make inward runs, and he had that chance where it got a little tight, but he got in the box and just a little pressure was applied to his back and he just couldn't get the shot off, but it was off of a crazy deep run. Or he's just really good with the ball at his feet and he can take players on one-on-one. I think him, Lee Kang-in, have really showed themselves to be like the next best crop of wingers I think that Asia is going to have to offer. No, I'm just going to give it an 8.7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, my personal favorite game so far was the Japan Rock game. I just love I love seeing a heavyweight actually get knocked out, right? Like a true knockout there. With this ending up in a tie, I'm gonna go 8.5.
Okay.
So it's right there. It's right there with you, but it's still the second best game for me in this whole tournament.